What's up, everybody? It's your boy Fox McFly, the guy that has had a long day, very long day. If you don't work in healthcare, man, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. But welcome back. It is Monday, so we're doing Music Monday. I'm ready to talk about some music. So I did something fun this week. I had two bands that I was debating on talking about. So I was like, let me do this. So I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I wrote the two bands down, and I gave them to my coworker, who doesn't know any of the music that I listen to. And luckily, it's not coworker music. I don't think so. You guys will have to let me know. So I was like, hey, pick one. And she was like, what do these mean? I was like, that's exactly why you're the perfect person to pick. I was like, just pick one. Whatever catches your eye. So she checked a box, handed it back, and I was like, oh, interesting. She's like, what is that for? I was like, well, I do Music Monday, and you just picked the band I was debating on. So these are the two bands that were on my mind. So let's see. So From Indian Lakes and Foxing. And she picked Foxing, which is kind of fitting. It's kind of fitting that she would pick Foxing. I was like, why'd you pick Foxing? And she was like, well, I just really like foxes. They're cute. So I was like, fair enough. Works out for me because I love both of those bands. I'm in my sad boy emo phase this week. So fun to talk about those. And it just so happens I'm a big Fox guy, if you guys couldn't tell from the username and everything. So it works out. So Foxing is insane band. They're all over the board with their styles. They stick in that alt rock, that alt rock area. But each album has a different sound, which is awesome. Every album is incredible. Their last album is good. It's good. It's not incredible. It's not as strong as the others, I feel. But so I found this band on accident. So me and my friends, we were going to see a show. They were playing with Balance and Composure. And anytime Balance plays, I have to go see them. I love Balance and Composure, and live, they are one of the most solid bands live. So that's another band to check out. Also, I do want to go ahead and say this up front. If you want to see Foxing, if you check them out after this video, they did break up this year. So going from completely opposite last week of deathcore, and that band just so happened to go on hiatus, this band is also... They're not a band anymore. So if you haven't seen them, I'm sorry, but you won't be able to see them. But yeah, man, I think I've seen them like 7 times. But yeah, so me and my friends, we went to see Balance and Composure, and the very first opening band had just got off stage. And they're like, all right, the next band up is going to be Foxing. And I was like, all right, guys, this band is about to blow us away. And my friends were like, you're just saying that because of their name, because you like foxes. I was like, no. Trust. I'm like, all right, man. And so they went on stage, and sure as shit, dude, they blew us away. They may have been better than Balance that night. Like, their vocalist, whipped out a trumpet, and then just started crowd surfing, playing the trumpet. And then the guitar player, one of the guitar players would play, and he just dove into the crowd. It was insane, and they sounded so good. So from that moment, me and my buddy Oni, I don't know about my other friend, but me and my buddy Oni were just like, yes, this is our kind of music. So anytime they would come tour, me and him would go see him. And my sister, I've seen them with her multiple times. I don't think her and I have missed them since they've come through Atlanta since 2019, 2020. Yeah, they were one of those bands, man. So go check out their discography. They got quite the discography. It's a really good, really solid discography. But starting off with the Albatross, if you're wondering where you should jump in, I would just say start from the beginning and just work your way through their discography, because there's not really a good... Well, every album is good, so there's not really a good one to be like, hey, check out this one, it's their best, because honestly, all of their albums are solid entries. So I would say start with the Albatross and work your way through. The vocalist, second to last time that I saw him, he was talking about it took them years to write that album, because they were in college, they were recording it themselves. And then they were recruiting people to come help them play. Dude, what? What a dick. But yeah, it took them years to record that album. And then they said after they recorded the Albatross, they immediately recorded Dealer, their second album, which Dealer is in my top 5 favorite albums of all time. It is so chill, it's so unique, and every song is like beautiful and, in my opinion, like a masterpiece. It's one of those very few albums it's like a don't skip. I would say that one, and then From Indian Lakes has one called Everything Feels Better Now, and those two albums are top five favorite albums. I highly recommend checking out those albums. They're just so chill, man. It's like whenever I'm in my sad boy mood or I'm going through something, I will put on those albums. So Dealer is going to be a complete opposite turn from the Albatross. The Albatross is kind of all over the place with like its like Midwest emo and then a little bit of screamo, and then Dealer takes that and just like does the exact opposite. So they're kind of sister albums because they were recorded at almost the same time. So those two albums, going from the Albatross to Dealer, is actually like, you're like, is this the same band? But it works. It's so good. And then you have Near My God, which is so different and unique, man. I don't know how to describe it. It's more in your face alt rock. It kind of takes, like, going from Dealer to Near My God is kind of weird because you're like, I would not expect them. We thought we would get like a tamer. Dude, what happened? I'm not getting any health back. I'm gonna have to dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. Ah, shit. I don't even know if anything dropped. But it's kind of more like in your face alt. It's got some like alt pop in there and stuff. It's really good. And then from Near My God, they turn it around again and go into like a more like electro rock sound, like what is it called? Draw Down the Moon. So from Near My God to Draw Down the Moon, they even used, so I was watching Clone High, like I think it was the new season, and you know, I was just kind of like, I was watching it, scrolling on my phone, and I hear something, I'm like, hold up. And I took the remote, I rewinded it, and I turned it up. They were using songs from Foxing, and I was like, dude, hell yeah. Like, that's so freaking cool, like, to reach out to, of all the bands to do Foxing. So I was like, hell yeah, dude, I'm glad that they're getting their flowers. They, you know, they're a very hardworking band, you know. Got to talk to the vocalist a couple times and some of the other band members. Very nice dudes. So I was like, hell yeah, they're finally getting their flowers. And that album, when they toured off of it, that was such a fun show because it's like, it's so dancey. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like synth, alt synth or something. I don't know. I'll have to link some of their songs in the description of the YouTube. But yeah, and then so from there, then they went on, and their last album that they made, I can't remember if it came out this year or last year. No, it had to be last year, I think. Yeah, last year. And that one's good. That they went independent, and they pretty much just did whatever the hell they wanted to. And some of it paid off, and some of it didn't. I wouldn't say it was their most, like, well put together album. It kind of felt like they wrote tracks and then put them together and then released the album, whereas the other albums felt like it was like an experience. Like, it felt like every song was planned and placed intentionally to take you through like a journey. All of their, like, the Albatross, Dealer, Near My God, and then Draw Down the Moon, it, like, all of them, it felt intentional. Like, the song placements and everything feel intentional. And the last album, it just felt like they were like, let's just record songs, put them together, and release it. So it wasn't like it didn't feel like an experience like their other. I don't know how to describe it, man, but it's a good album. They have some solid ass tracks on there. But my sister put it the best. She was like, the new album is okay. I'm disappointed in it because sometimes it feels like it's giving me an anxiety attack. And I was like, interesting. So I went back and I listened to it with that in mind. I was like, yeah, no. Some of the parts in there are like kind of anxiety inducing. And yeah, it gets a little rough. But it's still solid. I'll play a clip at the beginning of this video for TikTok and Instagram. But yeah, it's different. Definitely different. But it's not their best. But one of the weirdest things about this band and I question it every time. Like, it's one of the biggest, like, what the fuck happened? Because when we first saw them when they were touring, I think they were touring Dealer with Balance and Composure, because the Albatross came out a little bit before that. I remember them, they played like the Magdalene and everything. But they had a full band. Like, they had 2 guitar players, drummer, bass player, the vocalist, and then they had a cellist and a pianist. And when we saw them again, they lost the pianist and the cellist. So, like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But we're like, we kind of missed that, that vibe, like, where's the strings made like such a big part of the sound, especially in Dealer and the Albatross. Sorry, I was thinking about some of their songs with the cello. But yeah, it actually played like a huge part of their sound. And so when we saw them again and nobody was there, this was in between Dealer and Near My God. And we're like, okay, that's kind of weird. And so, but then when Near My God came out, we're like, okay, maybe the cello didn't fit that sound, because it's a more like, not aggressive, but it's a more, I don't know how to describe it. It's like punky, I guess. Like, some of the songs are just like, you wouldn't be able to put cello in there, so. And then after Near My God came out, I think, yeah, it's when Draw Down the Moon was about to come out, and one of their guitar players left. So then they went down to like a 4-piece, and we're like, okay, so that's weird. But the guitar player did come out saying, he was like, yeah, I kind of dropped out of school or something like that. But he wanted to go back to college to get a degree and kind of focus on just building a life outside of touring. So it's respectable. It's very respectable. Bro, you guys are all on my ass today. I'm just trying to farm. Get away from me, dude, you freak. You freak, get away. Alright, nothing. So then they went from, I think the bass player left too. Yeah, because then they went down to a 3-piece. And I'm just like, dude, what is going on? Why is everybody leaving this band? Why is everybody leaving? So then when their last album came out, they did it as a 3-piece independent. And I saw them tour off of that one too. So I actually saw them with From Indian Lakes. And yeah, they still got it live. They're one of those bands, like, every time I saw them live, like, they got better and better and better live. But they kept losing members, but their sound kept getting better live. Like, I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. But they eventually they called it quits. So I'm wondering if any of them are doing anything, because I would love to support their new projects. They're just, Foxing is one of those bands that's really near and dear to my heart. I've had so many good memories seeing them, and it's a lot of the music that me and my friends and some of my coworkers have bonded over and gone to see. So they're really good. I can't stress enough how much I'll miss them. The fact that I won't see another Foxing album is really sad, man. But yeah, I'll play some of their music and the audio. I'm trying to debate on what I want to play. Probably something upbeat, but yeah, man. That one hurt. That one hurt when they called it quits. I'm hoping From Indian Lakes doesn't do the same thing, because I think the time in between their albums are insane. I'm talking like 5 to 6 years. But I don't know if they do stuff on the side. Come on. Oh, man. Okay. What's your predictions? It's not perfect, I could tell, from the trajectory of the moon and the sun, and that fire is a little off right there. So, what's your predictions? Let's see. I think it fell through the floor. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Let's see. 87. Dude, you guys are being assholes tonight. I'm trying to keep all the shams just to see how many I've gone through. I think we got one more run. But yeah, check out Foxing. Let me know what you guys think. Just listen to them straight in order. It's crazy to hear how much their sound has changed, and not in a bad way. When I say their sound has changed, I mean, like, every album is different, but in a good way. Like, it's really cool that they were able to put out like a stay in the same like genre, but kind of like put their own spin on it. It's really, really cool. I cannot stress that enough, how cool it is to go from one album to the next and you're not getting the same band, and they just so unique and different. So yeah, just check them out. Let me know what you think. I'm interested to see what you guys think about them. So as far as what next Music Monday, how that one's gonna go, so if any of you guys watching have an album or an artist you would like me to check out, I will listen to it. Comment them in the description or the comments of this video. Sorry, I still do YouTube as well. But leave the name of that band in the comments, and I'll check them out, and we'll do a Music Monday on them. If not, I'm gonna do the same thing. I might put From Indian Lakes back in the running, and I'll have to pick a different coworker though. I'll have to pick a different coworker, because I'm sure if she sees that I put From Indian Lakes on it twice, she's gonna be like, yeah, just do that one. And I want it to be kind of fun and unique, so I'm open to all kinds of... Dude, their health regen is disgusting. I'm getting up here. Oh man, that's gonna break it. I already feel it. Alright, let's see. Oh, it didn't break. So I think one of the bands that I'm thinking about, we'll do one more for good measure. One of the bands I'm thinking about adding to the list, if I don't get any comments, would be, it's going to be From Indian Lakes or Death Cab for Cutie. Those are just two bands that I know a lot about. Unfortunately, I know a lot about Death Cab for Cutie. I've seen them quite a few times. I think I've only seen them 3 times. I've only seen From Indian Lakes twice because they barely tour. I was lucky enough to see them 2 times in 1 year, and the only reason that happened was because I saw them tour off of Head Void, and then they toured with Foxing for their new album, and I was like, I'm going. I don't care. I was like, I don't care if they just play the same thing over and over again. I'm not gonna miss it. But all right, place your predictions. Oh, we got good. We always get good spawn for the last run lately. I'm pretty happy with that. That makes my day. But yeah, let me know whatever music you guys would like me to check out. If I get a really cool band recommendation, we'll do Music Monday on them. If not, I'll find a different coworker or somebody to do the same thing with. And I think it's just fun that way. And I want to hear some new music. I want to hear from you guys. Like, what do you guys like to listen to? So, all right, come here, you little son of a bitch. You're gonna get that robot booty. Yeah. But yeah, just let me know what you guys want to hear, or what you would want me to hear. I don't know. My brain is so fried today, dude. It was such a long day. All right, come on. Dude, these robots are being assholes tonight, and we got nothing. Okay, cool. Well, we got our time frame in. I figured it out, dude. 5 to 6 runs is exactly 15 minutes. So, and we got our sham farm time in, so we're doing pretty good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Foxing. Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna put a clip down at the, when you listen to it on TikTok or Instagram. I'll figure out a song to put. I don't know what I'm gonna put, but let me know what you guys think about them. If you check them out, if you already know about them, let me know what your favorite album is, or what your favorite song is, or if you're like me and you're like, dude, it's all great. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Taco About It Tuesday is tomorrow, so I'll see you guys soon. I love you, sons of bitches. Have a good night. Sleep well.